While the wages of many average workers haven't grown over the past few years, it's a different story with chief executives. And now federal regulators are proposing a rule that will require companies to disclose just how much those CEOs earn, showing the gap between their salaries and those of the average rank-and-file worker. Mary Thompson has more.
3 years after President Obama signed Dodd-Frank into law, the SEC is now set to propose a rule next month requiring companies to disclose the ratio of their CEO's pay to the median pay of the company's workers. An advocate of the ratio, the AFL-CIO's Brandon Reese, notes with the average CEO of an S&P 500 and more on how much he or she makes relative to their employees. The soon-to-be proposed rule appears somewhat less stringent than expected. First, firms will be able to calculate median pay using a statistical sample of their workforce rather than looking at all of their workers' pay. And second, a source says that firms won't be required to calculate a worker's pay the same way they calculate a CEO's pay as it's presented in the annual report. While this might require somewhat less work, companies still maintain the ratio creates an expensive and time-consuming administrative burden. Critic Tim Bartle of the Center for Executive Compensation says calculating the ratio takes time, energy, and resources that then deflect focus away from far more productive uses, such as generating growth that produces jobs. As a proposed rule, it's likely to be made available for public comment for between 30 to 90 days before the SEC's commissioners have the final vote. A vote that will give the working class a lot to say on executive pay. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Mary Thompson.